Sixto?
Yes.
To me, he's a non-factor until he proves he's healthy. Number one, he has to get healthy, get on a mound, and then go get innings in either Double-A or Triple-A. I guess conceivably you could see him this summer, maybe sometime after the All-Star break. But, I mean, he has to go down to the minor leagues and prove that he can get guys out.
Right.
Like Sixto Sanchez doesn't get a meal ticket back to the big leagues because he was a highly touted prospect, and he's got a cool name, and he pitched a playoff game for the Marlins 2 years ago. Like, again, that's just not the situation they're in. Like, he has to be competitive and get guys out because nobody wants to see him, and he doesn't need to be up here if he's going to be wild, erratic, all over the place and can't get anybody out. I mean, to me, that's just the truth. Sixto gets healthy. He hasn't been healthy for 2 years. If he proves he's healthy and he's going down there and shoving in Double-A or Triple-A, come on up, brother. you know, here's your flight number back to Miami, and you're coming back to the big leagues. But the Marlins right now are not in a position to be like, we pitched here. Come on, you know, no. They're trying to win. So with Sixto, I think it would be awesome to see him back in the big leagues. He's got a long way to go, and he's got a lot to prove to people before he convinces them he deserves to be back here.
Yeah, I love your terminology for that. A non-factor is the perfect way to describe it. You know, we don't even know how much he's into it personally. He hasn't been, like you said, he hasn't been healthy in 2 years. He has a long way to go. People ask me on the streets, "Oh, what about Sixto? He's gonna be a top prospect. He's in your rotation, right?" I'm like, I wouldn't even bet on him till 2023, and that's even optimistic for me. He's got a long way to go. I feel like he's been at this, feet increments of throwing for it feels like forever. So I'm with you, man. Unfortunately, especially with all the pitchers that are major league ready, like Edward and Max Meyer, just breaking on the door. He's really fallen on the depth chart for this Miami starting rotation. So
now here's what I do know. I have been told and I have seen firsthand his work ethic has increased substantially. He wants to be back in the big leagues. He wants to be a part of the Miami Marlins rotation, the bullpen closing. I don't know. Whatever role that they seem fit for a guy that's had shoulder issues, the work ethic is there. But he's got to recover from multiple injuries here.
Right.
If it hasn't been one thing, it's been another the last 2 years. And again, he's in a throwing progression. He's not on a mound. Then you got to go get your innings. You got to make rehab starts. There's a lot. And he was optioned, remember. So it's not like he's going to be making rehab starts with the anticipation of when his rehab stint is over, he's going to be activated and reinstated right to the big leagues. Like, no, like he's got to prove. And like you said, you mentioned some of these guys like Meyer or Cabrera or whoever, this guy's knocking on the door. Sixto's not getting a free pass to the big leagues because he's been here before, which is great. There should be that competitiveness. From what I understand, and from when I saw him this spring, he's working hard to get back. He genuinely wants to be back in the big leagues. Now, will he ever make it back? Who knows, fellas? Who knows? There's a long way to go.
Yeah, and I was there. I saw him for a split second when up in Jupiter when I went that time I covered. But Sixto, fully healthy Sixto that's done rehab starts could be a scary sight. And you mentioned Eater's another one. Eater, Meyer, Yuri, who's now in Double-A at 19 years old, which is just crazy. Edward Cabrera, there's all these guys putting pressure on Sixto pretty much when he's fully healthy. I wouldn't mind seeing Sixto in the bullpen. I really wouldn't in a late inning situation. Having him just take out the final 9 guys, not closer situation. That guy could throw the ball hard. Sixto's a really good pitcher at full strength. So let's move on to the next.
He'd have to prove he could get the final 3 outs of a game. But if they think the best opportunity for him to stay healthy and be productive in the big leagues is to bring him up and turn him loose and get 3 outs every couple of nights in the 6th or 7th inning, he ain't going to be the closer. But, if he can throw 95 to 100 with a wipeout breaking ball and a changeup or whatever, and you can turn him loose for 15 or 20 pitches every couple of days, well, maybe you got something there. But, whatever. We'll see.